Alright guys, welcome back. We have another question from Dynamics by Meriam, and the center of mass G of a high jumper follows the trajectory shown. So this is our center of gravity, and we need to determine a component V0 or initial velocity measured in the vertical plane of the figure of his takeoff velocity, also the angle theta if the apex of the trajectory just clears at the bar A. And also at the end of this question, we're asked to answer in general, must the mass energy of the jumper clear the bar during a successful jump or no? All right, so first thing, let's just put our X and Y axis at point G. So this will be our X and this will be our Y, and our origin is exactly at the point G, where is the center of mass of this jumper. So we can go with our horizontal and vertical motion. So let's start with the horizontal motion. X is equal to x0 plus initial velocity in x direction times t. And because we consider that movement in x direction constant acceleration, we don't have any acceleration in this formula. Our x0 is going to be 0 because we put our origin here. X will be moving from G2 where the A is located. So basically we have 1 meter is equal to Vx0 is going to be, if we resolve our V0, this is going to be Vx0, which is V0 cosine of theta, and this will be Vy0, which is V0 sine of theta. So V0 cosine of theta times t, and this is our first equation that we have in here. Now we can move on to the y or vertical movement. Y is equal to y0 plus Vy0t negative 1/2 of g, which is acceleration of gravity on Earth. And because all the dimensions are SI units, so our g is 9.81 meter per second square. Again, y0 is 0 because our origin is at G, so our y would be this distance here, which is 1.06. Vy0 is going to be V0 sine of theta times t negative 9.81 divided by 2 t squared. That's going to be our second equation. And another equation we have Vy is equal to V0y negative g t, and we know at the apex the Vy is going to be 0 and Vy0, so this will be equal to 0. Vy0 is V0 sine of theta is equal to 9.81 t. So the t in all three is the same because basically it's the time from G to the apex at point A. All right, so what we can do in here is that we have V cosine of theta, V sine of theta equal to 9.81. And if we look at the previous equation, we have V0 sine of theta, which means we can just simply put 9.81 t here. And if we do that, we're going to end up with one quadratic equation. So basically we have 9.81 t times t. So it's going to be t squared negative 9.81 divided by 2t squared is equal to 1.06. And this is basically 1/2 of 9.t squared is equal to 1.06. And from here, we're going to get two t's. One of them is negative, and obviously that's not acceptable for us. So we have the square root of 1.06 times 2 divided by 9.81. So the t in here would be 0.465 seconds. All right, now that we have time from the first equation, if we get back, we have V0 cosine of theta times t, which is 0.465 equal to 1. And yeah, that's coming again from the first equation. And from the third equation, basically we have V0 sine of theta, V0 sine of theta equal to 9.81 times, again, t 0.46. And so what we can do in here, we can divide 3 by 1 just to get rid of the V0. So we're going to have sine over cosine of theta, which we know is tangent of theta, is equal to, I just noticed that I missed this value. So we have 0.465 equal to 9.81 times 0.465 over 1. So basically our tangent of theta in here would be 9.81 times 0.465 to the power of 2. So we just need the value of arctangent to figure out this value, 9.81 times 0.465 to the power of 2. And our theta would be 64.7 degrees. Now we figure out the theta, and the last thing would be V0, and we just have to put that in one of these equations to find the V0. We can just use this equation. So our V0 would be 1 over cosine of 64.7 degrees times the time 465. Let's see what we get. And yeah, the initial velocity is going to be 5.03 meter per second. And yeah, that's the three unknowns that the question was asking. So the v0, the velocity, and also the angle theta. So let's just answer the question at the end of this. Must the mass energy of the jumper clear the bar during successful jump? And the answer to that is that the mass center does not have to clear the bar, because the body positioning can keep it below the bar while the body clears it. And basically by arching the back, the jumper redistributes mass so that the center lies outside the body. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for this one. Hope everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.